Facu Campazzo has been starting with the injury to Jamal Murray, and off we go from Denver. Nurkic against Jokic, and then Gordon drops it back to Campazzo. Thought maybe they go in a tank. 13-5 after his injury.
Absolutely, 13-5, and the addition of that guy who wears number 25, Austin Rivers, has been a big pickup to their team. They picked him up.
24.5 points a game after the Murray injury for Michael Porter Jr., and he has been a top-flight player for them. Oh, great find, and Gordon slashing to the rim. Campazzo to Gordon. EA starting strong with 4 points and 4 rebounds for the homestanding Denver Nuggets, and here comes Michael Porter Jr., the dynamic young talent, and he carves the lane to a timeout for Terry Stotts.
I think I did that pretty well. Obviously, the playoffs are a whole new monster, and I'm going to have to do that a lot more, but he says he's looking forward to the challenge. Mike Malone saying Porter still has plenty of room to grow.
Some great games. Just saw the Nets take care of the Celtics in comeback fashion. Big shot by Chris Middleton for the Bucks earlier, and a one-legged finish by Jokic.
I think it's a perfect situation for him, though, because you bring Carmelo Anthony in, top 10 all-time in scoring, against a second unit guy when obviously he's a starter.
Jokic spinning off of Cantor. That was just brilliant. He has just about any move you'd want.
And JB, what he did, remember the play before, he bumped him to create space.
Portland, which was trailing by 7 just a moment ago, has Damian Lillard off the spin. On the kick out, got an open look for 3, and we are tied.
But they're going to need all the buckets they can get from the supporting cast. Obviously, we know Jokic is going to do his thing, Gordon, Porter. But when you can get it from someone else to help out,
32-30, end of the first quarter. Here's Anthony again. Oh, he got another one.
To make the right play, and sometimes you make a play one-on-one and do all the scoring where other guys can't stay in rhythm.
Tell you what, if Terry Stotts called on me, as that layup goes down coast to coast for the Nuggets.
Glad I'm on this side of the ball now.
Yeah, it's a little bit safer at home, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Couple of turnovers back-to-back, and C.J. McCollum and Portland leading by 4. Damian Lillard on the bench, Jokic on the bench, along with Gordon, Rivers, and Campazzo. Porter the only starter. Millsap wide open. Got a 3.
Go over the top, so he goes back door, which makes Cantor help, which gives Millsap an open three-point shot.
Oh, Melo wants his shot. Oh, he buried another!
At some point, you might want to stop booing this man because he's proving right now, I'm in flow, I'm in a rhythm, baby.
Lillard back with McCollum in the backcourt for Portland. C.J. McCollum right down the boulevard. Oh, Lillard open, look for 3.
When Portland's bigs set the screen for Damian Lillard, he's typically going to be open. Great pass by Campazzo, but when Damian Lillard comes off that screen,
yeah, if that look's going to be there, Damian Lillard might take care of the Nuggets himself.
Yes.
Jokic splashes down a 3, and if that went down, Nuggets fans were just going to say, you know what, we might just lose tonight to this guy.
Right.
Oh, nice drive for 2. That was absolutely beautiful.
Defensively, they stepped up to the occasion. We knew they can score offensively, but, man, look out for the Nets.
And look out for Nurkic with the stuff. He's had a quiet first half, just 4 points. Got rid of Campazzo, and Lillard got 3.
Obviously, Morris can score and Jokic can score. He's just reminding his guys, because of where they fall defensive efficiency, he wants to do his part in upgrading his defense immediately.
C.J. McCollum against Porter. He got the block with his length.
Well, great patience. He allowed McCollum to make the contact, kept his hands up, and then used his height.
Austin Rivers gets the opening 2 of the second half. He has 6. Oh, Nurkic on an absolute swallowing of the rim. Austin Rivers gets the opening 2 of the second half. He has 6. Oh, Nurkic on an absolute swallowing of the rim. You thinking maybe your stepladder will show up on the court?
Hey, you know what? Making a three is just as good.
Yeah, it is. Oh, he's a hard worker, and he fed a bullet for Porter. Campazzo has been electric at points.
I got a couple of former teams on there.
Yeah, you do. I totaled it up at halftime. You got 291 former teammates, and maybe it is Dame and C.J. McCollum time as that three goes down for Lillard. You played with 291 guys.
Means I've been around for a while.
4 decades worth. Oh, great find. And a steal for Gordon. Michael Malone credited him for that when we talked to him earlier this week, as that three is no good for Jokic. And this hit ahead leads to a Nurkic two and a whistle. Couldn't finish, and here comes Portland for a three to tie. And there it is. Lillard and McCollum starting to heat up for Portland.
Moments like Damian Lillard.
Oh. Well.
Hey, you know it, Vince. You can't show it on the floor. You're meant to play the game, but you go home and things have happened in your life. McCollum, the response there for the Blazers. C.J. McCollum now 16 points, 19 for Lillard. Jokic, unstoppable.
The guys who are dribbling downhill.
Jokic, they hit ahead. Jumper wouldn't fall. Lillard was on the other end. It was 5-on-4, and Portland gets the payoff on the counterattack. Damian Lillard, step back from the elbow. He cashes in. Oh, that's sweet. Lillard got another one. Oh, this is Dame's quarter. It's the largest lead for the Blazers at 10.
They're going to have to make a commitment to just being up on the screens. And if you're going to give up something, you want to give up a two contested instead of a three-point shot.
Damian Lillard on those jump shots, and it has not been there in this Portland run. McCollum open from the corner for three more. And that's going to be a timeout.
Teams were making him defend and putting him in a lot of action, so he's aware of it. Now he just has to show some growth in how to handle it. They're not making that shot, but they're still getting the shots that they want.
Monte Morris carved the lane, wanted the contact into Cantor for two. Porter on McCollum, trading paint into the lane. He scores. Man. It's a 4-point game. Jamal Murray is amped in a timeout, Portland.
Not late in the game, I should say.
Under 6 to go. Jokic spinning on Nurkic, and he cashes in for two. Jokic back in the ball game. Lillard and McCollum and Anthony and Simons and Nurkic on the floor.
Oh, nice pass.
Nice drop off. Wow. Rummaging in down low. Carmelo Anthony makes it 109-103 and a foul. Okay, in the NBA playoffs in the first round today, as Lillard wants to take Campazzo. He got himself free to cash in the three. Oh, he needed an inch only.
In the fourth, because you want him to get going and keep it close.
Nurkic lost the handle, got it back, and give it to him in a foul. Oh, hard work from Nurkic makes it a 12-point lead. Nurkic the screen and roll. A long step into the lane, and a second chance for him. On the floater over Jokic.
I thought he got lucky and it would have gotten that call, but I guess not.
Gordon for three, the lead's a dozen for Portland. They look terrifying tonight.
I mean, when you look at, they're playing 8 guys, and you look at the experience, everybody has experience except for Anthony Simons.
That he's been on before. He's felt like he's just happy to be in the playoffs. Now he wants a title, and that desperation grows as we have a whistle with that ball sitting on the rim.
They did what they needed to do to take back home court,
which they have done. 123-109.
Not allow the Nuggets to get those easy rhythm looks that they tend to have. Another great athlete on that starting five.
13 foul As Jokic underneath, just too good. But short, rebound Jokic, and he is knocked to the floor. No whistle. Jokic then reaching back for it, somehow comes away with the basketball. Here's Rivers, they'll reset. Campazzo from three, that's good.
To scoring the ball from that position.
Early shooting numbers. Underneath, Jokic dropping a dime to Gordon, and a chance at three.
Healthy, right? When you got Jamal Murray, because he's not a primary scorer, but he's a guy that can make plays as well as shots. And speaking of making shots, Nikola out there because you don't want to take a body off of him if you're Nurkic.
Here's Jokic, fires and hits. He doesn't need much daylight.
As didn't allow for Morris to grab it cleanly. My goodness.
Lillard!
My goodness. These guys, they don't play defense. And what I was telling you when we were talking in the production prior to the game, as you see Nurkic knocking down a three, is that's a perfect example. And he did. That's a good job defensively, even on a make, because ultimately that's what you're looking for, is just to not give up that. The easy ones in this first quarter, that's been most impressive.
Here comes Lillard, the driving kick. Simons, that's good.
Worked his tail off, and credit C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard, too, with their tutelage and leadership.
How far can this club go? And after a slow start, they're only down 6. Make it 9. It's Michael Porter Jr.
21 a night, and also the orchestrator to complement what they get from Nikola as Paul Millsap there. Howard, who's a terrific young player, but they never envisioned him having any opportunity but for garbage minutes in this series, potentially, as Morris knocks down that jump shot.
And the Nuggets, Spiro Ditas, Greg Anthony, Sean Kirchikoff, our producer, Lonnie Dale, our director, rest of our TNT crew. Millsap to the cup. Here comes Lillard, a little bit of contact, was expecting a whistle that never came. Well played by JaMychal Green. Outside Porter, that's a three. Team with all kinds of playoff experience, can they respond? Anthony has to fire and hits. Big shot for the Blazers.
What you would expect is going to be a very intense and aggressive performance by LA.
Look at that starting front court comparison. It has been all Denver to Millsap. Rivers from the corner, underneath. Boy, clean strip by Cantor. Millsap took it back, puts it down, and a chance at three.
Have a strategy of how you're going to play situations and personnel. And he didn't feel like his guys, nice find there off the drive from Lillard to get it to Derrick Jones Jr.
The Denver Nuggets, if you've just joined us, shooting at a 67% clip. And right now have opened up an 18-point lead. Lillard has something to say about it.
And see if Denver can sustain this level of offense that we've seen thus far.
Here comes Howard. Circus shot. Left-handed scoop off glass. Can Lillard get them back? There he is again. Deep triple from Dame.
Confidence, and now let's see if Denver can answer.
Lillard again. And he is starting to cook. It's really a testament not only to the players, but again to the player that Jokic has become as Nurkic hits on the little chippy underneath.
You know, he hasn't been a part of this either, and he's dealt with just about as much as Nikola knocks down that mid-range. And
as we come up on the final 2 minutes, Denver has led by as many as 18. Lillard hits again.
It's as lethal as anybody in our league at that shot. You cannot hang back. Better job there of stepping up and taking the challenge.
Lillard, he is carving him up. Timeout Denver. 8 threes. He has tied an NBA playoff record held by Vince Carter. And we still have a lot of basketball left to be played tonight. 7 seconds. Blazers out of fouls. Jokic from three. Got it!
By Nurkic coming over to provide help and get the block.
Into the corner, McCollum. Underneath, taking contact. What a move to the rack by McCollum. Offensive glass. Their lead is 10. They've been up by as many as 18. Look at Rivers showing the handle. Going glass. after coming over in that deadline deal from Toronto. Porter crowded at 3 around him into the corner. Gordon, three-pointer, dances around the rim and drops. 8 points for Gordon. Campazzo, the theft. Here he comes to the rack, lays it up and in.
From a standing position, makes it a little more difficult for him to get going.
Foul was on Jokic. What a pass. Dame dropping a dime to Cantor.
He does a terrific job of that for the Nuggets.
Oh, beautiful backdoor cut. McCollum on the finish. For a third straight postseason. 26-10 since the All-Star break. And the biggest reason was that man, Nikola Jokic. As Porter off the back of the rim. Blazers with possession. They're down 12. McCollum hanging to the rack. Put the uniform on again. They won their first 7 games with him in the lineup. Gordon follows his own miss. Porter off the deflection.
Come out here and play with that sense of desperation.
Well, Lillard brought them back in the first half. Can he do it again? Bangs in another triple.
Uh-oh.
2-11. Here's Morris into the paint. Great idea from Morris for the easy deuce.
Defensive rating, so typically it's their offense that gives their defense a chance, and right now their defense has been non-existent.
His second triple tonight. Largest lead of the night for Denver. Look at Lillard. Spots in the biggest moment of the season as Covington hits a 3. Jermichael Green steps into a 3. Final 5 seconds. Lillard trying to find some daylight. Finds McCollum. This is an open 3. And he hits. Morris stops on a dime and sticks it.
That is a huge shot. Let's see if they can up the ante defensively.
Powell trying to create. Goes right to the basket.
That's a tough one. And listen, I'm sure Terry will second-guess himself on that, but man, that's just a big loss. And see, this is what I thought they might have done. B2 stretch is going to be big with the Joker on the bench.
Look at all those whistles, the free throws. Michael Porter Jr. with another triple.
What were there, 26 free throws attempted in the entire game?
Little different. Morris. And the finish. Harrison with a two-handed thunder. Blazers need to put some stops together. Millsap. Off balance. Green is there to clean up the mess. Now, Greg, we were just talking during the break. You were surprised. You take that amazing run that Lillard had in the first half. It's been a bit of a rudderless attack as C.J. McCollum goes glass.
Just wasn't there. You know, outside of Lillard, they didn't really get a lot from some of the other guys. And
Powell, my goodness. I think a series maybe is headed in one direction, as Denver has answered the bell so far here in game 2. Jokic, offensive rebound. No injury management. Kind of a throwback, something that's been a rarity. And here he comes again. No injury management. Kind of a throwback, something that's been a rarity. And here he comes again in Nuggets franchise history. Jokic thought about it. Now to Campazzo. That's an open 3. And he hits.
everybody who's played for Denver tonight has had a positive impact on the game. That's really impressive.
Jokic. He is pure basketball poetry. And the final seconds are going to come off the clock. And all those questions that everyone was asking of Mike.
Early on, it was a game in which we saw 4 technical fouls, 2 flagrant fouls. And now game 3 is here at Moda, and the Blazers will have 8,000 strong supporting them. Here is Gordon inside, muscling his way through. Rebound to Nurkic. Here comes Lillard. Lillard, the drive, gets right by Porter Jr. for the lay-in.
You could see it develop.
Porter Jr., 8 to shoot, coming off the Jokic screen. Flips it out to Gordon. Here's Campasso from the corner, drains it. Lillard tries to turn the corner on Jokic, picked up by Porter Jr., wants to clear some traffic.
He sees food.
Lillard right by Porter Jr., up and under with the left, puts it in. Nuggets gave up the highest percentage of field goals in the restricted area. Oh, Robert Covington! A reverse slam to bring the Moda Center faithful to their feet.
Shooting 62% from the field overall and 45% from the three-point line.
Oh! Lillard with a hammer right down the pipe. Retaliates. McCollum with 7 points, but Gordon trying to be a little bit more aggressive on offense, and there you see it. He's knocked down his last 3 threes of this series.
Versus some of their other shooters late in the clock.
Here's Powell trying to dance with Jokic, sidesteps into a 2-point jump shot, buries it. Portland really wanting to make sure they protect the basketball here tonight.
That's crazy, and 17 of those turnovers came from the regular rotation guys.
Pokes it free, shot clock at 6. Morris trying to find Jokic. Jokic cuts, feathers it in.
Blazers lost sight at the last second.
Huge 3 for Lillard allows the Blazers to take advantage of that 2-for-1 opportunity. Here's Green, another 3 from up top, and the Nuggets are now 7 for 10 from outside. Powell also with 7 points to begin this game. Powell chest to chest with Millsap, puts it in. Much earlier than he typically enters the second quarter, and that's when he went off. Nurkic spinning, can't get it against Millsap, gets his own miss, fighting through the contact, and one for Jusuf Nurkic. Nuggets went on a 22-10 run in the second quarter in game 2. Those two scored 20 of those 22 points. Here's Howard from outside. Blazers down 2 possessions. McCollum trying to work his way through Morris. A lot of contact, no whistle. Nurk tapping it around. Millsap can't get it. Nurkic fires it to McCollum, and the Blazers are now down 4. Very quiet, just 2 points. Picked up 2 early fouls. Checked by Melo. 5 on the shot clock. Porter Jr. Had a chance there. Flips it to Millsap, and Millsap is 3rd already. Nurkic flips it up to Simons, who puts it in. What a connection. Well defended. 9 on the shot clock. Campasso whips it to Rivers. Rivers from outside, and the Nuggets, it's been the 3-point shot has been the big difference so far. McCollum pops it free, then saves it. There'll be a jump ball, but Powell loses his shoe, so it's numbers for the Nuggets. Jokic with the easy slam. Trying to get a rally going here before half. Shot clock winding down. Lillard has to fire a triple and cashes in. Blazers, for the 3rd time this half, have forced the Nuggets to work every second of the shot clock. Powell flips it to Nurkic. Nurkic up and in.
To finish it, good setup from Norm. Pick and roll basketball.
Porter Jr. fouled and hits the 3. Norman Powell, Blazers 5-0 run. Nurkic flips it to Lillard. Lillard trying to navigate some traffic. CJ stop and pop. Too strong, but Covington there to clean it up.
Able to look both directions. To the left, there's a strong side shooter. He knows there's not going to be help from there. And then the right, Blazers are moving around. And Porter Jr., he's showing you the 3-point shoot.
Jokic checked by Covington. Flips in the jumper, so Jokic now 16 points on the night.
It impacts the speed, balance, quickness, and rhythm of the ball handle.
Just the first foul on Nurk. He tries to gamble against Porter Jr., and Porter Jr. coming alive here. Foul on Porter Jr., so he will check out. Morris will come in, but he's done his damage in the second quarter. Lillard, cross court to McCollum. McCollum, another clean look. Nothing but nets. Morris tries to get it back to Jokic, intercepted by Covington. Lillard races ahead, and Lillard with an emphatic flush. Gordon trying to back down Powell. Jokic over to Rivers. Campasso from up top, and the Nuggets drill their 13th 3. Lillard defended by Gordon. This is what the Nuggets did. They put Gordon on Lillard in the second half in game 2. Powell wide open. Oh, the smash attack from Norman Powell. A rookie at 30 years old, but was the Spanish ACB League Super Cup MVP the last 2 seasons, so very experienced in high-level play. And Nikola Jokic, time the Blazers try to threaten, it's been a 3-point shot for the Nuggets to keep them at bay. Lillard, the drive, easy finish with the right. The with the hopes that the three-point shooting will turn around. Lillard gets to the body of Gordon, up and over, no luck. Nurkic there to clean it up.
Covington again, timely help. He was there on the catch and turn from Jokic.
Lillard too quick for Jokic. It's a one-possession game here in Moda. Lillard sees an advantage. Melo, the pump fake, step back into the triple. Carmelo Anthony, 3 to the dome. Lillard back to Cantor. Cantor gets it to Dame. Dame, fadeaway 3, in and out. Covington, the offensive rebound and the putback.
That's a way to generate buckets.
Portland doing a better job of protecting the basketball. Rivers trying to go through Simon. Shot clock winding down. Porter Jr. flaring out. Drops it in right before the horn. Lillard back to Covington. Melo waiting in the corner. Pump fake. Rhythm bounce. Melo splashes the 3. Blazers with a chance to tie. Lillard to Melo. Wide open. Melo panics. Oh, Carmelo Anthony. What a sight for the 8,000 here at Moda Center as the future Hall of Famer. It's shot 25% from the field in the third. Currently shooting 25% from the field in the fourth. Gordon, the drive, the dish, Rivers, deep 3, got it. Campasso, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Campasso dumps it off to Gordon and Nurk. So Jusuf Nurkic fouls out Aaron Gordon. See how that goes in this ongoing chess match against the Nuggets. It's Melo against Jokic, gets the drive. Melo up and in.
Good take. He can put the ball on the floor.
Third team foul on the Blazers. Jokic elevates for the catch. Back out to Rivers. Rivers ready on the 3, and Austin Rivers.
You got to be ready to continue flying out to those shooters, force them to make a tough shot.
Rivers, another 3, and Rivers just going off. Blazers need a bucket in the worst way here this possession. Lillard, good with the right.
Downhill, and then you get it to Norman Powell, who at the time that he was acquired by the Blazers, he was shooting 44% from the three-point line. Those numbers have dipped since then.
Nuggets have tied their season high with 19 made threes. Blazers with 9, make it 10 made threes. As Lillard with another launch.
Tons of time left when you have 2 timeouts. But you do have to get the stops, for sure.
Jokic to Gordon, gets positioning for the slam.
That defender sitting on the outside of Gordon, allowing the dunk. Norm gets it right back.
Powell answers back with a slam of his own, so Portland now within 7, 2 minutes left. Blazers with another chance, minute 45 left. Every possession counts. Oh, Lillard elevates and throws it down over Porter. Jokic with 34, defended by Covington. Here comes the help. Rivers, a 3, and Austin Rivers. 4 made threes in the fourth quarter. It's coming from the Blazer bench that they're still not in the bonus yet, whereas the Nuggets have been enjoying a lot of trips to the free throw line. Lillard, a shake on Gordon, knocks down the 3. Lillard with 34 points. Gets again to the shot pocket quickly. Covington dishes to Melo. Melo fires the triple. It's good. Campasso splits a pair. Jokic is up the floor to try and bother Lillard. Gordon, primary defender, as you said, trying to play that 3-point shot. Lillard knocks it down. McCollum pops open. McCollum, the drive, step back 3, fires up the triple. It's good. So Blazers down 3, 3.9. Trying to get a gift from the Nuggets, and McCollum quickly fouls Morris.
Get a 3 off if they're able to get it into scoring position.
Morris misses both. Jokic right there for the putback foul, and 1 for Jokic. Second left, and that should do it. Jokic extinguishing any hopes for a miracle from the Blazers. Nuggets take game 3. They take a 2-1 series lead.
Our 3 officials, David Guthrie, Ed Malloy, and Tom Washington. And good to have you with us on TNT for the first round matchup. And closed captioning for the playoffs on TNT, all presented. So Dame and the Blazers start with the basketball that have to begin the fourth. Norman Powell was a factor early in the game, and he'll get to the cup again to start this one off.
Be Dame and CJ, but they're looking for that third score.
Yeah, they need Michael Porter Jr. to pick it up offensively as he turns it over. Powell the distance. He's got the first 2 and points in the paint. Short that time. This is a must-win for Portland. Trying to even the series. And Nurkic, big guy, 7 feet, 260 pounds.
That Portland has gotten early on has been very impressive to me. And a lot of that starts from the pick and roll involving the Joker.
Aaron Gordon curls it home.
And that's a nice take by Aaron Gordon.
So it stays at 3. Both teams struggling right now, and especially, but that's a beautiful bounce entry. It's Campazzo again on the dime.
He's the type of player that every coach loves because you can trust him. He's going to take good shots, he's going to play hard, and he's going to make the right play.
Norman Powell, he only had 5 points over the first 3 quarters of play, and he played the entire fourth. It'll be McCollum. CJ's got it.
And we knew it was only a matter of time that CJ was going to hit some shots. It didn't cost him, but it could cost him tonight.
Campazzo wants Porter Jr. You could see that coming. He waits for the flyby and answers with the triple.
Man, this guy has just gobs of talent.
So a 2-point game. Both teams trying to find a rhythm. Nurkic, good play, off balance because of Campazzo. Yeah, he only took 11 shots, made 5 of them last game, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Now, step back, Norman Powell gets the triple. What a beginning.
Understanding the playoffs, sometimes you have to sacrifice. Last year, he had to sacrifice shots. This year, you don't have to sacrifice any shots. They are going to need, they're going to need Michael Porter Jr. to step up big the way CJ is stepping up big for Portland.
JaMychal Green is checked in. Boy, they're converging better on Jokic. Morris, he'll get there this time. Monte Morris slides and glides right past Jusuf Nurkic.
Some of these looks are really clean looks. He's just not in sync right now. He's out of rhythm.
He is 1 for 7 and trying to get contact. Nurkic, he'll take it off the glass. Norman Powell blows an easy one.
Man, that was a great move. Just couldn't get the ball to go through the hoop.
Morris burns him. Powell couldn't get back in time. 2.5, inside of 2.5 left in the opening 12. They got to get Jokic going on the spin. He'll get there this time. Soft finish for a big guy. His second bucket of the game.
Shot didn't fall, but those are the shots. Like I said, if you get that type of ball movement, and that's the Denver culture. Their culture is ball movement and body movement. They don't want a lot of ISOs as Melo goes to work on his ISO. But Denver, they don't want that type of play. He's changed his game a lot, improved his three-point shot, and has become one of the better stretch fours we have in this league. As the Joker goes right down the lane, somebody has to slide over it. I mean, well, listen, he's lost a lot of weight, so he would have laid that up maybe like 2 years ago. Now he's able to dunk that thing.
Good positioning. Nurkic putting his shoulder down. They didn't call for clearing out.
A lot of pin downs, and they run a lot of flares to get Porter open because he's so good with his jump shot. Portland has shown him a lot of extra attention. They've taken those looks away, so he's going to have to find a different way to try to score.
How about the foul? JaMychal Green going up the back of his own teammate Paul Millsap to get to that one. Last game he had a couple of threes right away. 8 points and 5 boards off the bench. 6-point game. 2 minutes gone by in the second 12. Carmelo Anthony in mid-range game. Sweet stroke. He's always had that. 10th all-time leading scorer. Millsap leaving it off. Good idea. Into the shot clock. JaMychal Green gets it. On the weak side, Michael Porter Jr. He lost the handle. Brought it back down. McCollum's got it.
I love his energy inside, but Michael Porter Jr.
Similar to what we saw in the last game when it was 20-3 bench scoring in favor of Denver at the break. Nice crossover. And he'll get there. McCollum.
Yes, nice floater. CJ McCollum has so many moves.
So the struggles continue, yet Portland's only up by 4. It'll be Nurkic. Good quick release before Aaron Gordon could come into the equation. You need a prototypical traditional 5.
Oof.
Nice. The footwork, or rather the handle of Austin Rivers. And never got the rim. I believe they're going to be only down by 2, shooting 36%. McCollum may have taken 8 steps. And Norman Powell. Don't forget, Norman Powell's got a ring.
These guys make the decisions.
It's also a lot of ISO ball as you bring that up. Lillard's due. He's got a triple.
And man, did you see the space he created with that step back, Joel? He might be the future MVP.
On the takeaway. Here's your big guy. Nurkic brought it across the timeline. And how about this? McCollum off the glass.
So
biggest lead of the game now for Portland.
Unless he had to play a lot of small ball 5 last year, so Covington got a lot of opportunity on the weak side coming over there trying to clean things up. As Nurkic cleaning up inside, he has been a blessing in disguise for the Portland Trailblazers.
Nurkic and Norman Powell.
If I would have told you at the start of this game in the first half that Nurkic was going to outplay Jokic, would you have taken that bet? Probably not, huh? Joker off of Nurkic's body, which allows him to wreak havoc on the glass. So staying with that screen and roll and hitting shots like that is exactly what Portland needs to stick with throughout the course.
5 of 12. Today's virtual shot clock is powered by Tissot. On the run, look out if it goes. And what a start to the second half for C.J. McCollum. Problems continue. He is now 0 for 3 on his triples and 5 of 14 overall. And on cue.
Timeout. Got to get a timeout.
On cue. Norman Powell.
Denver's lifeless right now. Doing the things from an offensive standpoint as far as shot making that he normally does. A nice take right there by Gordon.
Yes. After the triple by Robert Covington. DJ a little bit, but it was Norman Powell. And Norman Powell in the mid-range game.
Now Norman Powell's got it going. Now he's got his confidence. Got a couple of easy shots early. I can't see you, like shooting over a chair.
No set shots allowed around here. Jokic on the run finally. After you could see the way the attention they were paying to Jokic, they said, Campazzo, it's yours. They're 7 of 25 on threes. Guess who? Norman Powell up to 21.
It's a hamstring injury, so you don't want him to come back too early, though, because if you come back from soft tissue injury too early, you end up back on the injury list. So they're going to take their time, and Joker finally getting a shot to fall.
Ends up with McConnell. He's trying to go by Monte Morris. Little mid-range, and he excels. First round pick, 10th overall.
For 8, they're up 20 in this game. That's the beauty of sports. You think you know something, and you just don't.
Loose stuff. Picked up by Damian Lillard. And it'll be Norman Powell off the trampoline for 28 from beyond the arc for the Denver Nuggets. And remember what they did beyond the arc. They were 20 of 38, 53% in the last game. A little mid-range. He's never done that before. Carmelo Anthony getting about 25 to 30 minutes a game for Terry Stotts.
And I thought it was interesting before Kobe passed away that he talked about guarding young Carmelo was one of the tougher guards that he had.
Match that energy in the first quarter. On the take, sharing it well. Melo for 3. Yes! Uh-oh. Damian Lillard now with his 10th dime of the game. Melo over the smaller man. We wondered why he was looking to pass.
A shooter's paradise on Damian Lillard and his high school and the confidence that he had even back then. So he's always had that confidence level as another guy with confidence. Norman Powell, he's had confidence from the jump this game.
Over the first 3 games, Brendan, Norman Powell is 3 for 13 on his triples. He has 4 for today as it goes back for Paul Millsap.
Yeah, but in the next couple of minutes, they're going to start getting guys out of there. They're going to worry about rest and injuries and things of that nature.
Norman Powell again.
Flex on him. It's that time. Flex on him.
You know, when you work in New Orleans, you've always got reservations.
Exactly.
27-point game.
Right now, they're not stopping the clock. We got a running clock out here. You've had a productive regular season. You get to the playoffs, and all of a sudden, you're not playing.
Yeah, when you've had a very good career.
Yeah.
Shankar is going to the free throw line on the contact. But you bring up a really valid point.
Was guarding Antoine, and Antoine went to get his quick jump hook off, and JaVale literally blocked it off the wall. Like, it went all the way out of bounds and bounced off the wall. So when I saw JaVale do that, I was like, okay, this young man definitely has a future.
Antoine Jamison, there's a good take by Monte Morris. One of the most creative finishers in NBA history.
He worked on his spot-up jumper because he wanted to become a better shooter, and he did. Because when he first got into the league for Golden State, he really couldn't shoot that well. But he worked tirelessly on his jump shot, not all the floaters and the touch.
While Bryn had 60, Jimmy Butler finished with 58.
Stop playing. I'm about to look that one up
surprising.
myself.
Surprising.
Are you serious? I'm not sure if Denver has a secondary score that they can count on.
And who would have ever believed that Portland would dominate a game,
from the defensive
win
standpoint
easily?
Eric Lewis, Sean Wright, Mark Lindsay are officials, and we are off and running. Ball poked away by Lillard, tracked down by Rivers. So just 3 points have been scored, 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Jokic from the line, and hits. Gordon acquired in that deadline deal. Coming over from Orlando. What an acquisition he's been. Lillard, a chance at 3. Defense, 29th in the league in defensive rating. They were better over the last month or so of the season, especially during that 10-2 closing run. Jokic, top of the key. Michael Malone challenged his guys, GA, after that game 4 in Portland. As Lillard strokes one from deep. Nuggets were a top 10 three-point shooting team during the regular season, finished 8th. Jokic just snaps that through the twine.
Tremendously for this team, as you mentioned, offensively.
Here's Michael Porter Jr. going right into the chest of McCollum. McCollum, I beg your pardon. It was C.J. McCollum, those 37 points. Hoping for some of that magic again. Porter keeps on coming. Blazers, of course, won that Game 7 here 2 years ago in the semifinals as Lillard goes high off glass. Tough shot by Lillard, his 3rd field goal. He's got 7.
Right there for a long time in the thick of the conversation for MVP. And
Lillard, a chance at a 4-point play.
Consecutive games in double-figure assists in the postseason. That's an impressive stat.
Denver has missed their last 6, and here comes Portland. McCollum from deep. Closest that the Blazers have been since the opening moments. McCollum pounded. Both teams are out of fouls. McCollum, contact, banks it down. Campazzo thought about the 3. Now to Jokic. 7 to shoot. Jokic gets a 3. Rivers playing a big role. Here he is defending Lillard. 6 to shoot. Lillard at patented step back splash. Masterful. 3.5 to play. Denver retaking the lead. Lillard licking his chops. Shoots over Howard and hits again.
Been the best player on the floor, and right now his Blazers are in the lead.
14-4 Portland run before that Jokic make. Is going to take the lead in the series before it heads back to the Pacific Northwest for Game 6. Michael Porter
had a chance at an easy deuce.
Well, it's got to be killing Jamal Murray to watch this game on the sideline. Anthony to Hollis Jefferson. Monte Morris's night, 17 points. He has been massive for Denver. Lillard, deep 3.
And that was a defensive breakdown by Michael Porter Jr.
Just past the midway point. 4th quarter, Game 5. Porter, tough shot, puts it down. Hannity hit that shot.
Great defense there, but he's just able to rise up and be free with that mid-range.
That boy has the 22-year-old answered the bell tonight. Lillard on a triple. Deadly. Jokic. Into the paint. Rivers from the corner. Got it. 5-point Denver lead.
A lot of Dame Lillard and C.J. McCollum. The question for me is, even with the success offensively, can you get stops? They're small. Are they going to double?
Spirothitis, Greg Anthony, so great to have you with us. Game 5 in Denver. With this series tied at 2. Jokic. And now it's money time.
Patience by Jokic there to get to his spot and deliver.
The 2 stars coming through in the clutch. Covington on a 3. We are tied.
With a dagger of his own.
Jokic, tough pass, gets it back, extends. Just brilliant. Rivers poked away. Lillard the theft. Close court. This is McCollum. That's good.
You're going to go for a steal, and maybe, ooh, that is a dangerous play.
Very dangerous. And a whistle is blown. It's on McCollum. Denver has won. Both teams in the bonus here for the final 12 seconds. Morris is an 80% free throw shooter.
That's a guy to give Michael Malone a ton of credit to. He has pushed all the right buttons with his rotation.
3, 12.4 left. Lillard fires, and he is fouled. Wow.
After review, the challenge is unsuccessful. We have a foul prior to the gather. Side out.
Telling him to get out of his way. Lillard on a 3. And he hits.
Oh, my goodness.
Damian Lillard, the assassin strikes again.
Wow. Portland now going back with the bigger lineup, and Jokic able to get him in rhythm.
Monte Morris puts the Nuggets back in front.
The advantage this Blazers team has is, one, they've won a Game 7 in this building.
Morris.
Last two possessions, Monte Morris delivers.
Rivers on a three.
They have been terrific, and that really kind of offsets what Dame has done here.
Lillard, he'll have a chance at three. 2 minutes left in overtime. See, Jokic doesn't like the forearm check he's got from Covington. Hits! Does Lillard have some more late game magic up his sleeve? Gets it back, launches deep three, splash!
Wow. My goodness.
On a night where he has done everything right, he leaves the door open. Lillard, he is a killer!
Oh, wow. It just does not get any better.
Inbound to Porter, now to Jokic. Here's Morris. And Powell will come over and takes the foul. How huge he has been tonight for Denver. Missed it. That leaves the door open. Here he comes again. Lillard steps back, fires, banks it in again.
Oh my goodness. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing here, partner.
Damian Lillard ties it. 3 seconds. Rivers.
And the issue there.
And again, he has been effective against Jokic defensively on the season. Lillard just keeps on coming
at him and try and get the ball out of his hands.
New playoff career high 52 as Jokic answers. How does Denver slow this guy down? Lillard launches. He banks it in.
Wow.
Damian Lillard taking Denver's heart.
But yet the game is still in the balance.
Gordon puts it on the floor, a little bit of contact. Jokic extends, puts it down. We're tied again.
Great play by Gordon to attack that offensive glass, get your team another opportunity.
Here's Jokic to skip. Porter for three. Got it. Denver takes the lead.
Court there.
Blazers have a timeout. They don't take it. For McCollum was out of bounds. My goodness. Throws it into the backcourt. It's Morris, and he is tracked down and fouled. It's a Denver team that a lot of people felt like didn't have much of a chance after they lost Jamal Murray in April to that knee injury. Same month in which he lost his star, Jamal Murray. Said that his guys were soft after Game 4. Boy, did they show something tonight.
Three-man officiating crew. The alternate is Carl Lane. Brent Barnaky manning the ship in Secaucus, New Jersey in the replay center. And the Nuggets control the tip.
Been doing a good job in transition points versus the Nuggets. See if they can get some more out of that in this game.
Here's C.J. McCollum. Got Jokic on him. Some fancy dribbling there to get himself free. And McCollum is on the board. From a 10-day contract to a playoff starter, Austin Rivers. Porter for three. He's got it. Terry Stotts knows he's got to keep his big man on the floor with Jokic. That is going to be something to watch here tonight. Nurkic has not been able to stay in the game on a number of occasions as Lillard springs free inside for a layup. Great to have you with us tonight, folks. We're going to have some fun on TNT tonight in these playoffs. Another strip, another turnover for Denver. 4 turnover for the Nuggets. Powell turns it into points. Gets called for an offensive foul earlier. And now he sets up Campazzo, the 30-year-old rookie. Offensive rebound, Gordon. Here is Porter. Hey, he is 3 for 3 now.
And it's, you know, those early turnovers, you talk about the Nuggets maybe a little sluggish. from the double overtime game. He's not sluggish.
Okay. Knocked down 4 threes. Lillard gets free. Lillard answers.
You know, it's interesting. After the game, that's where he wants to be. In clutch situations, making big-time shots. If he keeps working like he's doing right now, B.A., about your team, you know what I mean? Not bringing it.
There's a block by Gordon. McCollum got his rebound, but couldn't finish it. Jokic kicks it. Porter, he's got the hot hand, and he's going to stay that way. What a start for Michael Porter Jr. Lillard has not missed either. He's knocked down a 3. 3 for 3 from the field, 9 points. And now he puts up a three-pointer, and it is good. It rattles home. Damian Lillard. Porter Jr. will let it fly. And he's got another one. Michael Porter Jr. with his 6 made 3.
Just early, Portland at 54, Denver at 52. There's another layup right there by the Trailblazers. Now, keep in mind, both.
Let's say lack of defense, they can get in a shootout. I think you heard a little bit of that urgency, though, with Michael Malone and the Nuggets, as Carmelo Anthony, a little mid-range jumper is cast. Portland 58%. Inside, Jokic, and works around Nurkic and scores.
To be able to spread the ball around and get the open looks that you need.
C.J. McCollum knocks down a triple. Carmelo Anthony found him. You see Denver there with 7 made 3, 6 of those coming from Michael Porter Jr., who is back on the floor now, and he finds Jokic. Jokic just barrels his way in and scores inside. Portland with 8 turnovers. On the regular season, they average just over 11, best in the NBA. There's C.J. McCollum on the tape.
So Portland doing a good job of, in their live ball, getting back, now allowing Denver to capitalize off of it. And my goodness, Jokic
giving the Blazers a 6-point lead. Denver with the ball here. Powell with 13 with a couple of rebounds. Porter had that big first quarter. Now he scores for the first time in quarter number 2. He's got 24. Lillard, Simons again, fires another 3, and it rattles home. Anthony Simons with his 3rd made 3. Blazers can push it to double digits. Nice lead, Nurkic on the take, he scores. And Porter the steal. Michael Porter Jr. throws it down. 40 seconds left in this first half. 26 on the board for Porter. There goes Lillard now, and the layup is good. 10 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Both teams shooting it very well. Jokic will let a 3 fly, and that is right down the pipe. Don't forget American Express halftime report coming your way next. EJ and the gang standing by, our Hall of Fame crew in Atlanta. Lillard, step back 3, it's good. Norman Powell gets caught in a double team. Campazzo flops. Here is Covington for 3, it's good. Another 3 is down for the Blazers. They are red hot tonight. Austin Rivers finds Jokic. By the way, long 2 right there for Covington. And now Jokic working on Nurkic, and the putback is good. A little bit more in quarter number 2 as Lillard finds Powell. And I'm interested to hear your thoughts, Jimmy, on that dynamic as Powell scores inside. Jokic had 9 in the second quarter, had 3 assists in the quarter as well. There goes Jokic inside, scores with a left hand. Covington's got 5 points. He knocked down his first 3-pointer. And now Nurkic, a little jump hook is good. Spins, finds Porter. Porter cannot finish. It was Nurkic and Covington who gathered around him. C.J. McCollum now, sidestep 3 is good. 13 made 3-pointers for the Blazers. They're shooting 54% from beyond the arc as Jokic, a little Sambor shuffle, is good. Jokic backing down Nurkic. A little help from Simons there. Oh, what a flurry of moves. And a foul. And 1 for Nikola Jokic.
His head and his outstanding footwork to be unstoppable.
Lillard sets up Robert Covington for 3. Rattles 1 home. Covington has hit his second 3 of this third quarter. The lead is 11. Covington again, hot hand, you bet. Robert Covington, his 3rd made 3 for Portland. Got to get one up quick here. McCollum goes. Will pull it back. Baseline jumper is good. What a tough shot. C.J. McCollum. Monte Morris out of the pack with a rebound. Jokic on the cut. Gets right by Nurkic and a two-handed jam. The big man is active. Nurkic protecting that foul. And a steal. Jokic. He picks Lillard. Leaves it. Morris. Layup is good. Now it's Covington on Jokic. And Jokic spins off Covington, scores. That's no contest as Jokic goes with the feet work, as Shaq likes to say. 6-point Blazer lead. Chance at the last shot. Monte Morris for three. It is good. And Morris scores at the end of the third quarter. Up until the 4-minute mark of that third quarter, they were up over 60% from the field. Monte Morris, quick release over Carmelo Anthony. Monte Morris gives the Denver Nuggets the lead. Blazers 0 for 3 in this quarter. Damian Lillard finds Carmelo Anthony. Gets to his left hand, pull up. That's good. Carmelo Anthony, vintage. Hollis Jefferson, and wisely gets it back to his guards. Here goes Carmelo Anthony. He is hit. It counts. A chance at a three-point play for Carmelo Anthony. Denver down 4. Approaching the 7-minute mark. Morris, cash. Monte Morris hits another big three. Porter gets stuck. Shot clock down to 4. Long three is up and good. Nikola Jokic gives the Nuggets the lead once again. McGee off his seat over there. Nurkic. And a little step, and that's good. Nurkic. And to send it that way, but not conclusive there. As Austin Rivers goes to the basket, he scores the layup.
10 turnovers in the evening for Nurkic, but
Nurkic has 5 of those turnovers.
Yeah.
Monte Morris with a floater in the lane as we go into the 4-minute mark. Morris finds Rivers, three-pointer on its way, and good! Austin Rivers with a big hit. Double overtime game in Denver in altitude. Damian Lillard played all but 6 minutes of that game and a 55-point effort. There's Jokic the spin. It is good. Jokic taking over. Up 11, their biggest lead of the night. On the attack goes Damian Lillard. They needed a quick basket. They get it. Portland does not have a foul to give. Denver in the bonus the rest of the way. Morris to Jokic. Jokic on a rim run. He scores. And Denver adds to their lead. Carmelo Anthony in. Will put it in. Portland needing baskets quickly. They get a quick 2 on the inbounds. Huge offensive rebound for Green. Jokic. Gordon for 3. It's good. That could be the dagger. The Portland Trail Blazers will have been eliminated 4 of the last 5 years in the first round, and that is it. Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets put the Blazers away in 6.